How do? Trade Up Tuesday for you. D'Angelico's gone. Finally. Not that I was mad if I ended up being stuck with it, because it was a very cool guitar. But I kind of figured that would be the one that would go quite quickly. I don't know. It's a really cool guitar. Like, the accoutrements on it were cool. It was better than like any 335 I've had in. And like half the price. Yeah, don't know. Guy messaged me. I relisted. I took all the listings down and relisted them. To like refresh them. Guy messaged me that day and was like, "Do you want to do a swap for this?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay. Let's get it on. Let's get to the next guitar and see what we can do with that." So I've traded it for this. This is pretty cool. Sterling John Pertucci. How the fuck you say that? Majesty. This is quite a cool guitar. Rosewood board. Nice little spade inlays on there, or shield as they call it. Like a carbony effect kind of thing, matte finish. It's really nice. There's not a mark on it. It's cool. We're gonna have to have a look at the electronics and whatnot, because these have been, the original pickups are in there, so we're going to put them back in. These are apparently Sur pickups, so we're going to take them out, have a look at what's going on with the wiring. It's going to be active of some sort. I haven't looked yet, or really looked at the specs. And we'll put it back to stock, and then we can sell the pickups out of this. They might be 180 quid, something like that, 80 to 100. So that gets us a bit more money in the pot, doesn't it? It has had the nut changed for a roller nut. Like, give the guy his dues. He's taken it out nicely. There's no chips. There's nothing like that. But I don't know if you can see it there, or if I need to do a close up. He's put like a little wooden shim underneath it, because these are designed for fenders. And yeah, that's got a brake angle on it, so it needs to be stepped up, and it looks a bit shit. Although you can say it's an upgrade, it looks shit. And in my humble opinion, people talk a lot about things sucking tone and stuff like that, and a roller bridge or a roller nut is definitely going to suck the tone out of a guitar. You know, I know they're there for tuning stability, but they'll make for a deader guitar, personally. Yeah, this is cool. Let's stick you on a bench. Let's go through it. Let's see what we need to do, because I haven't checked anything over yet. I've literally just opened it, gone, yeah, that's cool, and then come back here and film the video. Yeah, right. Let's stop waffling and have a look. All right, quick little fly over, because I've got my fancy gimbal now, boys. I would say girls, but let's face it, it's a sausage fest watching guitars, isn't it? That's what I mean about that little step he's put under the roller nut. Luckily, he gave me a bag of bits, and the old nut's in there. So we're gonna stick that on there. I thought for a second this pot had broken, but it was just a knob coming off, so we'll stick that back on. And because it's some sort of active boost thing, which is pretty cool. And I'm glad that's not broken, because probably getting a spare part is going to be a twat. Pickups just go to the switch, so we haven't even got to touch that, which is nice. Just take that out, and it's on a little plate down in there, which then means it can be recessed, which is a nice little touch there. Yeah, make sure this is all set up properly. What else? I've gone through, checked the frets. They start getting a little bit high from there, so we're just going to do a very light fret level in this bit, like a little fall away, recrown it, polish everything. I was hoping to get away with not doing any fret work, but yeah, such is life. Give it all a polish, put some oil on it, put the new nut back on it, fresh set of strings, put the old pickups back in, and job done. Yeah, let's stick you in time lapse, and let's bang through that. I think I'm going to end up having to put a new nut on this. I took off the roller saddle jobby, roller nut doodad. That's the piece of wood that's underneath it. And he was like, yeah, the original nut's in there. That's definitely not the original nut, is it? That can't be the original nut. It wouldn't look that bad. Unless he's... Oh, well, that is, focus. That is the finish lip where that would have come off. I think that's just any old nut. The finish wouldn't have been that thick, would it? Although it does fit. Well, fuck. Right, making a nut. What are we going to put on it? What are we going to put on it? I've got some buffalo horn, but I don't know if that's... Is that wide enough? Oh, that's just, isn't it? Yeah, there you go, Simon. Show the people. Fucking professional, me, innit? Outfit, cool, right. Buffalo horn nut, so we're giving it an upgrade. We've also gone through, giving it a fall away there, just level out all the uneven frets. There was a couple of that had unseated themselves, so I've gone through, glued them back in, pushed them in, levelled everything out, giving it a fall away. Didn't need a fret end dress or anything like that. All I've done is just gone through and just cleaned up the edges, sorted them out. Then we're gonna re-crown it, polish everything up, new nut, then put the pickups back in it. I'm not going to film doing that because it's just going to be ball ache. Not ball ache, but you don't need to see it really, do you? Right, let's get on with something. Alright, done. This is pretty cool. New nut. Hopefully you can see that. Went with buffalo horn just so it looked a bit cooler, and we can sell it as an upgrade. Gave it a fall away, sorted out the high frets, the unpopped ones, recrowned and polished everything else, oiled the board, old pickups back in it, everything's set up. The guy I got it off said he wasn't really getting on with it. When I started getting into what he had done, I think the reason he wasn't getting on with it is just how badly it was set up. The saddles weren't radiused correctly, the bridge was up super high. Yeah, which is a shame because he was a nice guy and this is a really cool guitar. So yeah, just giving it a proper setup and it's all good. Trim does what it's supposed to do. This is a volume boost. Through my little amp, you can't really hear much of a boost. You can hear it feedback more, but you know, so it's definitely doing something. But the trem works. Can't hear it doing much. It peaks it a little bit, but not a massive amount to my ears, but it's doing something. But this is cool. How much are we going to stick it up for? That glue's on the floor now. I think these are like 13 new. They seem to be like $9.50 on the second-hand market, but we have just given it basically a fret level and a setup and put a new nut in it. So it's 140 quid for a fret level and a setup, and I charge 85 quid to put a bone nut in. So it's got a fair chunk of work in it. So if we say, what do you reckon? A grand? Grand sounds fair, doesn't it? We'll put it up for there for trades and see what we get. But thanks for watching, and see you on the next one when we've got rid of this.